Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the Long Beach State Dynasty here on NCAA Basketball 10. Now, we are in the Maui Invitational, coming off of a Final Four appearance. Now we're starting to get into these big boy tournaments, playing against number 9 Ohio State. Now, that was actually the standings before the first few games. They're actually 1-2 on the season right now, but they have a very good team, very solid all around, good starting lineup. And you know they're Ohio State. They're going to be a very good defensive team. That's what they kind of preach on, being good defensively. And here we go, the Maui Invitational. Macklin hit the game winner in the first episode of this season, and now here we are, undefeated 2-0, looking to build on our start so far. Let's see if we can get the freshmen going here in this game, Josie McKay and Justin Johnson. So let's get this game underway as we face off against Ohio State. Let's just check out the first possession. Here they are working it inside. That is a fadeaway 2, and good defense by Macklin. And that is rebounded, taken the other way. So here is McKay on the outside passing, and it's deflected, looking for Justin Johnson on that one. The turnover on the Long Beach's first possession is now here's Ohio State working it to the perimeter. Devin Dumas, who is the starting point guard. He is a senior, and he gets it going in this game. First bucket of the game now. 2-0 Ohio State. Here's a 3. Tamir Macklin, and that one is off. Long Beach is still not on the board. So here they are working it inside. John Daniels missed shot. Rebound by Teixeira, pushing up the court. Here is Macklin in transition. Let's see what he does. Oh, nice crossover that time. He goes behind the back and gets ripped again. So 3 possessions, no points here for LBSU to start out this game. Here's a 3 once again by Dumas, and he hits the 3. And it's a 5-0 game early on for Ohio State. Because now here's Nick Miles getting a pick from Teixeira, working it to the perimeter. It's going to be Justin Johnson. He finally gets us going. The 3-point specialist, the freshman. I'm hoping that he can get going because in that first game he was kind of a little off. So 9-3 game early on for Ohio State. Here's a nice pick and a roll, and that is Teixeira. Nice pass inside by Nick Miles. 9-5 game. So here they are working it inside. Another bucket by Ohio State. They now take the early 6-point lead. But we're a pretty composed team. Here is Macklin. Open in the corner. That's a 3. Nice pick and roll action by Nick Miles. And now it's down to 3. Here's Miles again working it inside Teixeira. He gets double teamed back out to the lefty. It's Nick Miles, 4-3, the 5'8 sophomore. He knocks it down, 11-11 game. As here is Ohio State, though. They're so good at moving the ball around. That's John Daniels on the inside. He gets an easy layup. So a 1-point game in Ohio State's favor. Here is Carrier Walker off the bench. He gets ripped, and here's Ohio State the other way with the open layup. And Ohio State's so good defensively. That's already 5 turnovers already for LBSU. So here's Walker this time getting to the bucket. Nice pass. And that is William Caesar, his senior year. Man, has he been good all 4 years. And now it's to a tied ball game, 19 up. As here's a rebound that time, pushing up the court. Workman works it back around. He's going to set up the offense. Carrier Walker at the top. William Caesar in the corner. Oh, he gets a guy in the air at the 3-point line. Back out to Steve Jenkins, and he hits the 3. Now, Steve Jenkins is a special player. He is 99 overall on offensive ability and defensive ability. So it's going to be interesting to see how we use him. He's not the best shooter, but he can do some things on both sides of the ball. He's going to play some big minutes. So 24-23 this time. Here's Ohio State working it inside, and that is good. In Ohio State, that's Olden McKinney. Now a 1-point lead in their favor, 25-24. Workman, fadeaway 3. Oh, in the step back and everything. Workman back from injury. He looks good so far. So 27-25. Here's Ohio State, though, working it inside, and that is John Daniels again, a little baby hook. And now it's a tie ball game, 27-27. Pick and roll out to JJ. He hits the 3. 30-27 now. 3 minutes to go. Long Beach and Ohio State looks like they are duking it out so far. There's a jump shot from the mid-range, and that is good. And now Ohio State eventually takes the 31-30 lead. Now with a 1-point lead, driving the lane, getting the foul and the and one. That is going to be a foul on Josie McKay, the freshman. Now, he had issues in the first matchup when we played Alabama with foul trouble, and now here he is once again. But look at the freshman taking advantage of Nick Miles. I mean, honestly, it's kind of hard to defend these guys with a 5'8" point guard, I have to admit. But we are making it work so far. So 36-34 game now. Here's another three, a quick trigger, and that is good. Ohio State takes the 5-point lead. So Nick Miles getting a pick. Back out to the perimeter. He missed probably the pass from to Solomon Teixeira. Working it back out. Madoki, Steve Jenkins in the corner. It's off. And now Ohio State comes the other way with under 15 to go. Let's see if they can get a shot off. Here's a drive to the lane and a foul. Ronnie Madoki gets called. It's now a 7-point game. So they hit both free throws, and here is Workman trying to work it up the court, but he gets it ripped from him. And look at this, passing it up in transition, another foul. So that is like a 4-point swing in about, 15 seconds? So here is Workman. One last shot before half, but it's going to be off. Wow, good defense being played by Ohio State. They actually opened it up to a 9-point game at one point, and now they're up there. And this might be tied for their biggest lead of the game now, 43-34. We have to clean it up on offense, stop turning the ball over. So now we start the second half. It's now 43-37 here. Here they are working it inside, and another foul. Macklin gets called this time, and they go to the free throw line. They have not missed a free throw yet. So here's JJ passing it back outside to Tamir Macklin. It was open. He had maybe an open three, but instead it's a steal. Another steal by Ohio State, but here they are working it inside. Once again, it is John Daniels, and it's up to a 10-point lead, the biggest game. Nick Miles steps back for a quick three. That was probably a bad shot selection on that one. And now it's a 10-point game here. And Ohio State could go to 12 points. Here's a shot in the lane, just outside the lane, I should say. Logan Joyce, the junior, he hits it. 12-point game. Here's more defense being played. Gary Wade works it up the court. Now they're working it inside to Daniels again. And another jump shot. 14-point lead. We are scoreless in our last 2 minutes. Here's Josie McKay, though, finally getting us on the board. A little baby hook. It's now a 51-39 game. We tried to anticipate the pass by Nick Miles, but good thing he missed that shot. Here's Macklin working it up. He's going to stop and shoot. That's his favorite spot on the court, 51-42. It's now a 9-point game. Ohio State, though, so gifted on offense. That's Daniels. Man, has he been hot in this one. It's now back up to 11 points. Here's Steve Jenkins. Once again, open in the corner. That's actually William Caesar who hits a three. You will never see that, to be honest with you. So 55-45, and look at this. A drive to the lane and one on Gary Wade, who is their leading scorer going into this game. And now it's a 13-point game. Macklin, though, open in the corner. He hits the three. So reliable, so clutch. And now it's down to a 10-point game, 10 minutes to go. But here's Daniel on the inside. Missed shot. Rebound by Ohio State. Put up and in. That's the disadvantage of having Nick Miles on the court. He's small. He doesn't grab many rebounds. Sometimes he does, but it's so easy to grab the rebounds over him. So now it's an 11-point game now. Macklin hits the three, and now we get an offensive foul call on Solomon Teixeira on the moving screen. And now it's 64-54, 7 minutes to go. Here's Walker into the game. Nice move to the basket, passing it around to William Caesar, the senior. He throws it down. It is now down to an 8-point game. So can we start to come back? But Ohio State just continues to attack the basket. That was actually, I was anticipating a pass, and the guy went straight to the hoop. Didn't expect him to do that. So here we are in transition, working it to the outside. JJ hits the three. It's now a 7-point game, 6 minutes to go. Here's Macklin getting the pick from JJ. All the way to the basket is Macklin. We're going to have to work our offense through him at times because he is shown to be our best scorer for sure in his senior season. And now it's a 5-point game. We need a defensive stop this time in the post. Oh, good post move, and that is good over William Caesar. It's now up to a 7-point game, 2.5 to go. Here is Macklin handling the ball. He gets ripped, though, The other way is Ohio State. It's blocked by Nick Miles, but a rebound put up and in. Man, a good defensive play just turns into points anyway for Ohio State. And now it's 72-63. But here's Steve Jenkins in the game. He gets to the bucket. So good offensively, him and Macklin. And now it's a 7-point game, a minute to go. Here is Macklin now, trying to find some space. He shoots the three, and it's good. Step back, Jay, for Macklin, 72-68. Now there's 30 seconds left. Macklin's open again. This one's a deep three. Beyond NBA range, 72-71. We have made this a game with under a minute to go. We were down by 7, and now we have to foul, and they go to the free throw line here, 72-71. This is Dumas. He's going to hit the 1-and-1. It's good, and the second is also good, 74-71 now. And with 20 seconds left, you know who we're going to. We're going to look for Macklin here with a three. Here he is. That's going to be Caesar. He's going to pass to the outside. Macklin again. Pump fakes. Gets the pick. He doesn't like that shot. Pass it back to Caesar. Back to Macklin. It's good. 74-74. Macklin is clutch. And Ohio State will cross it past half court and call the timeout. Once again, Macklin shows that he's got that clutch gene. So 5 seconds left. Here's Ohio State. One last shot. They're going to fade away too this time and off the right rim. And it's going to go into overtime here in the first round in the Maui Invitational. And now 74-74. We start our overtime with possession. And now here we are winning the tip. Macklin looks like they're going to throw the double team at him early. And Miles gets ripped. Ohio State goes the other way. Man, they are so good on defense. So many turnovers forced in this one. Here he is driving to the lane. Dumas gets the foul on Caesar. And now it is a 2-point game here, 76-74. Here's another pass. Oh, my goodness, deflected and stolen away. In transition, it's a layup. And that's Daniels again, 74-78. So they throw the double team at Macklin. And that is a corner three knockdown. Nice pass. And nice shot by Miles. And it's 78-76. Here is Dumas once again. It is so hard to stay in front of him with Nick Miles. That's an and one. It's now back up to a 4-point game. But now McKay just drops it off for Macklin. Another three, 81-80. Macklin is so good this year. But now we're playing some defense, and they call the foul. I'm not sure on that one if that was a foul. And now it's 83-80. Justin Johnson open for three, in and out. Defensive rebound by Ohio State. Going the other way. In transition. And one. That is Gary Wade. He just throws it up at the hoop and gets it to go. It's a 5-point game. So here's Josie McKay open for a three. Macklin was double teamed, and McKay was open. Man, he had that one in the bag, but he blew it. And now here they are on the next possession. And look at this. A missed shot. Offensive rebound. And they still get it to go. John Daniels. It's now a 7-point lead. 16 seconds left. Here is Miles with the three. And that one is off. And that is going to do it. Ohio State was just so good on defense. We turned the ball over way too much. We could not guard anybody as well. I mean, that's the issue with having Nick Miles as a starting point guard, is that he is a big liability defensively. And I think we're going to have to make the change. We're going to have to bring Nick Miles off the bench and not have him as a starter, because he's gifted offensively, but defensively he's just such a liability. We can't afford to give up buckets to the point guard when, you know, the rest of the team is cold. All of a sudden the point guard is just creating his own shots. But Macklin had a good game. He went 11 of 16 from the field, 10 of 13 from three, and was very good. I need to get Justin Johnson going. 3 of 9 from deep for him, and he's such a good shooter. He had 11, but still, I want to get him going at a better percentage. Ohio State actually shot 60% from three and from the field this game. They were very, very efficient on offense. Steve Jenkins is very good off the bench. I really like him. He's a very good player. And then looking at Ohio State, Daniels had 20, McKinney had 12, and Dumas had 20 as well. So Dumas had 20 points. I believe 18 of those were on Nick Miles. I mean, that is just the defensive liability. I think we're going to have to make that change. So going into our next matchups, I actually did play these games. I didn't play this game versus Chaminade, but I played the next 2 games, and I actually forgot to hit record on our El Gato here, and we end up getting the win versus Chaminade, and now we move on to the 5th place matchup, and we end up beating Oakland. This was actually a very, very good game all the way to the end, and we had a big second half. We were down 39-35 at the half, and then we had a big second half, ended up outscoring them 52-36 in the second half, and Macklin pretty much had a good game. We took a lot of threes with him, but Justin Johnson had his coming out party there because we started him at point guard, and it looks like that's what he does well. He's a good point guard. I don't think he can kind of play off ball as well as he plays on ball. He needs to be able to create his own shot. So that's what I'm probably going to do. Justin Johnson, he's only 6'2", so not 6'2", but he's 6 foot. And he's actually going to probably be our starting point guard. I like that fit there, and then moving Workman probably to the 2, and then having Nick Miles come off the bench. I think that that's probably the best fit with this team. Josie McKay is averaging almost a double-double. Solomon Teixeira is averaging a double-double as well. Michael Workman's averaging 9.2. I'm going to probably put him into the starting lineup full time now. Nick Miles will come off the bench. He's averaging 4 and 4. Not super impressive, but I still like Nick Miles a lot. It's just that his height is such a liability. Steve Jenkins, I really, really like a lot. I think he's the future of this program. And then Kerry-R Walker is the last guy coming off the bench, averaging 1.8. He's kind of taken a step back this year on the bench. So next episode, we do start out with Oakland again, so we play them back-to-back. But I want to focus on this Duke matchup. I have not played Duke in this series, so I'm looking forward to that game. So look out for that one. That will probably be the main headline game of next episode. And then after that, we'll start conference play. It's going quick. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. 5-1 to start this season. I like the start so far. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
Back again like flu season. I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving. Don't give a fuck, I don't care. Did the by my lonesome. No wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run. All I really want is my share. Get him, I got him, I told him it's nothing.